great teams here at Peru State College over the years, and for you to consider and choose our team is a great honor. So thanks to all of you for selecting us. We really appreciate that. Coach Matthews, I may be organized, but I'm a little bit nervous. I'm just going to warn all of you. This is speaking in front of all these people. It's not my cup of tea, so I'll do the best I can here. When I got the letter in the mail about this night, I was really excited. I called my parents, and my dad's first comment was, "Well, I'm not really surprised. You guys were a great team." And then he proceeded to get on the Peru State College media website and print off all the statistics that you guys have been speaking of this night. And I kind of did some math, and as you had mentioned, it's broken down into about 10 people per category, whether it be singles, doubles, triples, at most at bats. And back to 1974, so over the last 40 years, the 1996 team holds about 20% of the names listed on there. That's 1/5 of the names on the team. So as mentioned, it was a very talented team, but talent alone isn't going to get you as far as we came. So what were the other things that made this team so special? And I started thinking about all the different people who made up the team. We had such a variety of individuals on our team. I wanted to share with you a few things that I remember about each player. Hopefully you find some of the humor in them that I did as well. But starting with freshman Melissa Barton, she's not here tonight, but the thing I remember most about her is she was incredibly fast. She ran like a deer. And in our regional game, to get us to go to nationals, she's the one who scored the winning run in the last inning to get us to go to nationals. So without her, who knows if we would have gotten to where we were. Janine Soik, also not here tonight, but the thing I remember most about her is a smile on her face and a positive attitude all the time. That girl was always smiling, no matter what, so that she brought a lot of positivity to our team. Chrissy Tatum, another very positive person, happy-go-lucky person. But the thing I like about Chrissy is she was a little bit more fiery. She didn't always take all the upperclassmen's trash talk and would often give her right back to them. So she was a great addition to our team as well. Rachel Judy. Rachel and I got to know each other really well her freshman year because she and I got teamed up to be big sister, little sister. And so we kind of had a bond right away from the get-go. Rachel had a very positive attitude, also very, very cheerful, and Rachel was a great hitter. So all kinds of things she brought to our team. Kelly Muley, very, very hard worker, great team player. I got a chance to live with Kelly one year, and I remember she just had a love for animals, which was very helpful because Carrie decided that she was gonna bring home a black lab puppy one day. Not quite sure how that fit into the scheme of things while living in the dorm, but thank God Kelly was there to help assist with the puppy. Carrie Ortmeyer always had a big smile on her face, and if I remember correctly, Carrie kind of was our singer, dancer, cheerleader on the team as well. She was always bringing positive stuff to the infield. Also a very good hitter. Carrie Brandt came from Kentucky, and I remember Coach talking to us about this girl he got from Kentucky who had played slow pitch. And I was blown away at how well she adapted from slow pitch coming to Peru and did a great job moving to fast pitch softball. She was a great, great hitter. But the thing I remember most about Carrie is that she's full of crap. That's the thing that, just kind of kept our team going. Carrie just kept everybody on her toes at all times. On to the seniors. Coach mentioned Dawn Miller. He had said something about she can run from home to first in 2.8 seconds. I'm like, is that good? Great, awesome. But she proved to be a very, very quick runner. She got herself on base all the time and has her name in the books, as Coach mentioned, for most runs scored and stolen bases. So she was a great addition to our team. And if I remember correctly, Dawn is one of the few girls who brought cheers to our team. Before Dawn and our California additions, I don't know that we were much of cheerleaders, but when they came, we all learned to cheer during softball games. Leah Boucher. Leah brought some peace and tranquility to our team. She was kind of one with the earth, kind of kept things calm and told us not to sweat the small things. That's the thing I remember about Leah. Andrea, my pitching partner. Andrea did a great job. She was a great asset to our team. She has a lot of records still in the book. Leah was very, Andrea was very precise in her pitching. And sometimes when I see it in the outfield, I'm like, gosh, think if I was up there pitching, we'd have been done about 30 minutes ago. Very, very precise. Jill, I'm always going to remember her curly black hair, her bright red lipstick, and a big smile on her face. And another person who was always very full of crap. Jill was always the ringleader in our infield huddles. Sometimes when I'd be standing in the outfield, I'm like, God, I wonder what Jill's saying to them all right now, because I'd be standing in left field. My favorite story of Jill, though, is one time we were playing Kansas Wesleyan. And this girl, this left-handed batter, I don't know why, but she always hit the ball off of me every time she got up. And one game she got up, she hit a triple. Next time she got up, she hit a double. Jill called timeout before she came up the third time, and she goes, this girl owns you. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. She goes, she's only going to get a single this time. I'm like, okay, I'll do my best. She goes, no, you need to hit her and put her on first base. Okay, Jill told me too much, I don't know what to say. On to Sarah. Sarah was a fellow outfielder with me. I remember the infield would always get together and do the little huddles, and Sarah and Dom and I would look at each other like, are we supposed to get together and say something? So we'd get together, and Sarah would have some funny, witty comment and send us on our way, and I just remember Sarah would always bring some comic relief to us in the outfield. And Sarah and I actually were freshmen together here at Peru, and we were freshmen on the softball team together along with Jennifer Dappin. The three of us were freshmen together and all the way up through our senior year, so we were together for all 4 years, which was great. Jennifer Dappin was a local from the area, so she was able to kind of show Sarah and I around Peru at the beginning, which is much appreciated. And another thing about Jennifer Dappin is she didn't start out as a catcher. She ended her last 2 years as a catcher, but she started out as an outfielder. So she made that transition into a catcher over the last 2 years, which is a great accomplishment at the collegiate level. Some team memories that I have, I remember we were in Salina, Kansas, and Coach Matthews' son decided he was going to be born that day. So here we are, this whole team. We have 2 vans in Salina, Kansas, and Coach has to get up and leave in the middle of the night one night because his baby's being born. So all the rest of us drove home back in one van to Peru. Fun trip. And speaking of vans, not sure how this happened, but some of us lucky people got to be chosen to be drivers of the vans to all these tournaments. That, I don't know if I'd ever sign up for that again. And the other thing I remember about softball is McDonald's. How many times do you think we ate at McDonald's over the years? I'm not sure. It's kind of lost count, but I remember McDonald's and brown bag turkey and ham sandwiches from the college. So those are some of the things that I remember. Back to one of my other questions, I said, what made this team so successful? I think, obviously, one of the reasons that it was so successful was Coach Matthews. He joined us, which was my sophomore year. The first year I was there, we kind of had a rough start. We were 6-12, my freshman year. Coach came the second year and wanted to make some changes to the team. He was adamant to get a home field here at Peru. When I was a freshman, we drove to Auburn to play all of our home games. So he wanted to make sure that we got to stay in Peru and play all of our games. So he kind of rallied a crew and got some dugouts and got the field level and put up some fences, which was great to be able to play at Peru here. But it was too much for him to do by himself, so he was seeking an assistant coach, which was great. So he decided to ask this guy named Scott Hazy, who was a Peru State baseball player at the time, who happened to be my boyfriend, and he's lying when he says he didn't know that, which was kind of awkward and strange. And still to this day, I get those awkward and funny looks when people find out that I am married to one of the assistant coaches here that I played with. So that was just kind of an awkward situation, but good. In all seriousness, Scott was a great addition to our softball team. Coach Matthews was coaching football and was not able to run some of the fall practices, and so Scott was able to take on those responsibilities and organize some fall practices and scrimmages and just help carry out some of the other duties needed to be successful. So as you can see, with all of the talent that we had and all of our diverse personalities, we had role players, we had leaders, we had hard workers, and overall positive people. That's what made this team so very, very successful. We were truly a team. We got along on and off the field. And with this combination of all these things and talent, good things happen for us. So I'm proud to be a member of this team, and I again want to thank all of you for coming tonight to show support for all the people who are here. Thank you very much.
But I made it out here. That should be the best part of the story. I'd like to clear up some discrepancies and things that have been said by Coach Matthews. First of all, I'd like it to be noted that we didn't always have 2 vans for our trips. We had 1 van, and we had a Chevy Impala that started sometimes. So in my mind, I feel like we paved the way for all these awesome vehicles that I see out here, because today was the first day I've been back in 20 years personally, and I see this cushy bus type van thing with padded seats, and the first thing that came to my mind, I was like, we were told to get into a 15-passenger van with all of our equipment, all of our clothes, and we're going to be gone for 8 days in Oklahoma. That's not even possible. You'd be like, just pack light. I think the part, we survived, but I think the other thing he forgot, and for those of you that may not remember it, 96, 95, 97, those were the dark years of Peru State football. But what they lacked in size, we made up for in our infield. We were by far the big girls. He would ask us to do some of the strangest things, like squeeze all of us in a 12-passenger van and our equipment. We only really needed 1 bat though, right, Rachel? 1 bat.
It's here.
I know. We were very fortunate with this team in picking up our girls from California, Arizona. Not that we couldn't have done it without them, but it just made it easier. But I will share a little bit about myself being here. I'm the Carrie that played slow pitch softball. So I remember my freshman year, I was not necessarily recruited by Coach Brown, or by Coach Matthews, I was recruited by Coach Brown. And it was myself, Rachel Duty, and Carrie Wertmeyer. And we just showed up one day and they're like, you guys have a new coach. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, I work at Orschland. I'm like, what? What school did you send me to? That did come in handy when we had to build our own field that year. It really did. It really did. I just want to make sure that that's mentioned. But I think that for us, it was really important as we made that road from freshman year, sophomore year, junior year. We developed a lot of relationships, a lot of friendships that still to this day last, even though they're probably just through Facebook, because I think between all of us, I know I collectively have a lot of children. I know you guys have a couple. So we probably have about 30 kids between the 14 of us, 1/5 probably being mine. I will tell you the best memory I have is actually kind of a personal memory of this softball team. And it was my freshman year, and again, before my Cali friends came along and made things great. My brother happened to, after he graduated, he was part of that awesome Peru State football team, which I'm sure you've heard a lot about tonight, and the coaches. I remember going to his office because he took a job here at the college, and I go in there and I'm like, I'm just crying. I'm like, I'm gonna have to go home. I can't be here. I'm like, I can't bunt. I don't know how to bunt. And he like looks at me. He's like, I think you're gonna have to learn how, or you're gonna have to quit. Because really, I've seen our team. I don't think anybody on the team really needs to bunt. And as I listen to the statistics, that actually probably holds true. If you talk about triples, doubles, home runs, we weren't really known for our finesse in the field in terms of bunting. We were probably had Sarah bunted, Dawn bunted, that was it. The rest of us just swung for the fences. Carrie, you did bunt every now and then. But I will say that some of my best memories, the ones that I can remember, because it was a long 4 years here. And by the way, it was just me, the Cali girls, and Arizona girl that were here all the time. Everybody else had to go home on the weekends. That was a whole other tradition. So we spent all of our holidays together. And we were the ones that had to learn how to drive the vans, by the way. If Coach Easy and Coach Matthews tried to tell you they drove vans, it was us. We drove vans. They had the Impala while it started. But I will say that some of my best memories and some of my best friends have actually come from this team. And I don't think that would be possible if we didn't have the cohesion and group dynamics that we, established throughout those years. It was a great experience. This personally, I take very seriously because I have 4 daughters of my own, and it's very rare in this day and age that, girls especially have somebody to look up to, and I can name 14 girls or 14 women now that my children, especially my 4 girls, can say, that's what I'm going to be like, that's what that person did. So it's a very great honor as a team. It's also a very great honor as an individual, being part of that team. And I can't say enough good things about everybody here. So thank you guys very much for recognizing us. I'm sure each person will have their time to acknowledge you all and tell you great wishes. And it's a great accomplishment for all of us, and I appreciate it. And I'm sure everybody else does too. Thank you.
Is it okay if I pull this mic off a little bit? I just felt like I was leaning over, I'm sorry. Like you've heard this evening, we had a very good group. Our unity, it was amazing. This is where I actually got to spread my wings and come out for Mama's Coop. This is the first time I ever left home, was coming out here. And like they said, Andrea and I played softball together at Chafee. And she's told me, hey, there's a couple schools. Drexel was one of them. We need to send them videos, VHS videos at the time. Then there's Peru State. And I'm like, okay. So her and I come out. Vince, I don't remember his last name, but he was the AD at the time, picks us up in Omaha. We're on our way down. I remember having him stop on one of the highways so that Andrea and I can get out and go look at the corn that was growing on the side of the roads. Because that was just awesome to us, because we're used to just seeing hobos and graffiti and traffic and all that beautiful stuff, that they have in Southern California. Andrea and I come out and we're like, oh my gosh, this place is awesome. It's so small, but it's cute and it's quaint and people are so beautiful and nice. And it was the greatest thing when you'd go down the road and pretend like I'm driving right now and this is all you see. I mean, at home, you wouldn't be getting this. You'd be getting the other one, But, so I think then we knew. And Leah, a best friend of mine who was still at Chafee, we're like, gotta get in on this, you know what? Come on. It's like being at home, but away from home. And so Leah ends up coming out. So, like earlier, Brent and I were talking about it, and I was telling my girlfriend that we, I think, had the biggest infield in the whole district, in the region, I think in all of the Midwest. We were some big girls, but that was all right. And I was used to coming from California where we played in shorts, and it was, nice and warm usually. Our first game, we were down in Kansas, and Missouri, somewhere down there. I know 4 of us touched around this area. So, and it's snowing, and I'm like, Andrea, what the heck are we doing? I had one of these things go over my ears and everything. I'm like, what are we doing? Well, come to find out, I know what I was doing. God knows what we were doing. We were where we were supposed to be. Peru State has been a very, very big part of my life, and I'm so happy to be here. I can't even tell you guys that. How happy I am to be here. Coach Matthews, when he went ahead and he took Andrea and I in, we came out here and, we were talking, I'm like, you guys are about the big ball out here. There's no strategy, and because at home we would slap, we would bunt, we would do all this kind of stuff. So we come up with a slap D finally out here. But, like they were saying, I was the one, and it was Avon brand. It was called Uplifting Magenta. So, they all had a problem with it because I wore that lipstick and whatnot. But you know what? It's okay because we all handed their butts to them when they wanted to come and step up to the plate against us. And I remember it was Sarah and Dawn Miller, who's not here. They said, give us your lipstick, we're wearing it. And I said, what'd you say? I said, we're wearing it. And I said, are you guys sure? Give it to us. So they put it on and we go up against Briarcliff, the ones who had a problem with us for some reason, because they couldn't hang with the big dogs, the Bobcats. So I just, I can't even tell you how happy I am to be here. I want to thank the committee for inducting us, because our group, you know, you're good friends if you can pick up after 19 years and only talk on Facebook and you see each other and everybody picks up where we left off. We were a family, and you know, Coach Matthews has been here a long time, and we're glad we put him on the map so he still has a job. And the president, I just want to shake your hand and thank you for letting us drink at a dry campus tonight. I think we're all pretty excited about that because we all had to run from that back in the day. So tonight, it's the real deal. Thank you guys so much. I love Nebraska, I love the Bobcats, and I love all my teammates. Everybody have a safe night home. Thank you.
'96 softball team. Please give a round of applause. To close our ceremony tonight, we would like to have our athletic director and head football coach come and say a few words. Coach Schneider. Steve Schneider.
Thanks, Todd. Corey, Ron, Tom, Christy, Mark, and the softball team, congratulations once again for induction to the Bruce State College Hall of Fame. Let's give it up for them one more time. I would invite all of you tomorrow, as well as the inductees and the softball team, to pop over to the AWAC. Up in AWAC, upper level of AWAC, the Hall of Fame plaques will be posted up there, so if you have some time, pop over and check it out. Your inductees and families are invited to the football game, which is at 1 o'clock. You can join Dr. Hanson and First Lady Elaine and the foundation in the suite to watch the game and watch the halftime ceremony as well. And I would ask